This is Chilling. Forex Trade Mentorship emphasizes discipline, risk management, and emotional control.
Overtrading can be termed in two ways, in losing side and then in profit side.
Often highlighting that success comes from process-driven consistent action rather than chasing profits. BENON and OSMAN are mentors at Forex Bulls Academy and for over the years have mentored more than 1,000 traders across the region.
Okay, now when it comes to trading, psychology is more of mindset, behavior, and character. It's how you think before a trade.
Through disciplines, trading is the way to go.
When it comes to making money, the moment you make quick money, African mindset, mufere. Information is everywhere. You can learn how to drive a car on YouTube, but hit the road, things are different.
Very many people come with emotions. The moment they make their first, $100, that excitement goes off the roof, and that's where overconfidence kicks in.
This week we'll learn a little bit more about Forex.
Before you take that trade, find out how much money you're willing to lose off that trade. You tell someone, go and work on your psychology, and they're working on it from a demo account. Come on.
The wins and the losses, what do you think brings emotions the most?
Fear. You find them that they are good at a strategy, they can teach it to someone, and those people that have told they can make money, find themselves are not even using it. Losses contribute more to emotions than wins.
There's a time I deposited $1,000 and then I went in a drawdown of almost like $600. How does a trader supposed to react? How do they come back from drawdowns and then they eventually see themselves making money?
Okay, so
Now, Forex Bulls Academy is a leading academy in East Africa that carries out trading, of course. It's a training institute based in Uganda, specializes in mentorship from basic to advanced levels. Led by CEO Daniel Ahitirize. You guys know him as Vidola. It focuses on one-on-one training mentorship, risk management and overflow trading, stuff like that, the SMCs. And having trained for I think they have trained over 1,000 traders, and that is staggering, guys. They're not making this up. This has really made people to fall in love with the craft and promoting focus on financial independence. Through disciplines, trading is the way to go. Now, today I'm so delighted to have the delectable team of mentors from this academy. They are going to help us navigate a lot of things. One, the perplexity that goes with trading, or even you could say the utopia of trading. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you, from my farthest right, that is Benon, and my closest right here, we have Osman. These are mentors from Forex Bulls. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Looking dapper.
thank you. Look good as well.
Pleasure.
Some of that aura of law found a way of sticking to this, guys. You can tell from his wardrobe. How are you doing?
You're doing great.
How is life?
Doing great.
Life is actually good. Everything is fine.
Everything is amazing.
Yes, sir.
You're loving trading?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we are on the show to, first of all, demystify a lot of things to do with trading. And secondly, to make people further fall in love with trading.
Sure.
I'm going to first raise this question to you, Osman.
Yes, please.
When did you first fall in love with trading?
Okay. The very first time I fell in love in trading, it is actually not the start when I started trading.
Yeah.
Falling in love into trading came in after I joined.
Thing.
Exactly, after I joined the business.
Yeah.
Remember, we all join with different, perspectives and all that. And when you enter the business, things are different the moment you enter the business.
Yeah.
So first I was interested. It's levels always. I'm interested into making money. And now when I joined the business and I started seeing good money, I fell in love with the business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing. I've been on. When was it? When was the first time you had this one-on-one interface with that trading? I don't know how they call it. When you saw it and in the chat, yeah.
I fell in love with Forex. Let me say in general, when someone traded in front of me and made money.
Really?
And that was back in
How
campus.
much money did they make?
They made over. It wasn't even a lot of money back then. They made something like $100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
On spot, and I was like, bro, what business is that?
Quick cash.
That's when I fell in love.
Yeah.
On first sight.
Oh, wow. So this is amazing. These people have actually, literally, you can say they've had white-collar jobs. Because Benon here is, should I say you're a dropout of a law student?
Yeah, sure.
He tried to pursue law at UCU. And then Osman here is a medic.
Yeah.
It's a medic profession. He has worked for 2 years. But this is what is staggering with your lifestyle. I've read a little bit about you almost traded all your something like investment or something like that.
Bro,
Tell me about that.
I traded.
You can't make that
Yeah,
up.
like trust me.
Surely.
You know, like I've told you, I fell in love when I started making money. Now I went all in. All my life savings on the accounts. But bro,
How did you even how did you stay afloat? How did you say that I want to stick with this?
Exactly,
Let me give it the second attempt, the
just-
third attempt, the fourth attempt.
just like how Benon has said, the moment you can see you can make money very fast, then you need to go all in. Yeah, so the moment I saw that I can make $50 in 20 minutes, $100 in a day, I was like, why don't I go big and I make big money? So I went all in, deposited all my life savings. But then unfortunately, I lost everything.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
And then how did you rise up from the dust, just like the phoenix?
Exactly, that belief. This is something I normally tell people. You know, that first withdrawal you make always supposed to keep you in the business. Because if I can make $20, I don't care of how much I'm going to draw. I'm going to lose or whatever. So when I deposited that life saving and then I lost it in a space of like 1 month, everything was gone. Money that I saved for almost like 2 years. But now what kept me going is the money I withdrew. It was little money, by the way. I made 800K in a space of a week. So that money kept me in the business. Because I knew this business that can give me 800K and it can take my life savings, it can bring it back.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
So, Benon, with you, how hard was it convincing your parents to even divert from... Come on. Tell us about that conversation and what went down.
Surely. Now, apparently, as you all know, our African parents, you know, they are ATS, most of them.
Yeah.
ATS. So you talk about making money online, definitely a scam. You understand? So it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. And, you know, the thought of getting out of school, laying it to them, it was the hardest. You understand? But then, one side agreed, the other was so hard. Yeah, of course the mom side is always soft. Yeah, but the dad side, the one investing, it's not always easy. So it was hard. The fact that we are making money online, they think it is a scam and everything. So it was so hard, but then the mom was okay. Yeah. So I just had to leave home.
So this was before COVID. Tell us.
It was actually during COVID.
2019.
Yes.
Okay, so
COVID.
take us through that phase, because there's a microwave of so many traders that were born between that time.
Exactly. Yes.
Because they had so much time on their hands, and secondly, also I think everything sort of shifted to online instead of hands-on.
Yes.
So tell me about that transition. How did that work out for you?
Now, during COVID, first of all, I'll say that it was the easiest time to trade Forex. Yeah. Normally, when there are disasters internationally, Forex is quite easy because it's moving. The market is moving to a certain direction. Yeah. So when I started trading during COVID, it was easy. It was quite easy. Hey,
Benon, does that also mean the Iran, US, Israel war also affected the...
Like, so good, you know.
Those are things that we like.
Okay.
Yeah.
you love the world disaster.
Exactly. Actually,
the China market rises.
We wanted Trump to come on so bad. Because for him, he's always moving the markets with his tweets, what he says, you understand? So we're in love with that as traders.
Yeah, as long as the economy has issues, market chooses one direction.
So geopolitics works for you guys.
Yeah, sure.
So tell me, I was enjoying this conversation.
So in COVID, it was quite easy to trade. Yes, I made some bit of money. Yeah. And I was home. You know, they were forcing me into books, but whenever I would get to the reading room, I was on the chats. You understand? So I come out, I act as if I've been on the books. But eventually I let them know that, you know what, I've actually not been learning anything. I've been doing Forex. And I have some money, you guys.
You have evidence to show that it's working.
Yes, it's working. But as you know, they will not believe it. You know, you boy, don't include us.
Yahoo boy.
Yahoo boy, you understand? So eventually I was like, it became so heavy on me and I couldn't concentrate. So I decided to leave home.
But do you blame them? Because such a thing is estranged. It's still, estranged to most of us.
Sure.
Even up to now, we are in 2026, there are still people who believe Muri Baffere. Osman, let us demystify that.
That is a mindset.
How are you
which
going
cannot
to
just
change
go
that
away.
mindset?
You know, let me tell you one thing. When it comes to making money, what I've realized according to my experience.
Because gentlemen, you have to bear in mind, it's not yet regulated.
Exactly.
Traders are not regulated. So continue.
But here in Uganda, other countries
in Uganda,
it's very regulated.
Like I've been telling you, when it comes to making money, the moment you make quick money, African mindset, mufere.
Here's the thing, we are going to go in for an intermission, and then we are going to be back with another part. Man, it's just getting excited. You can tell that it's building up beautifully with this gentleman. And when we return, we are going to dip more further and get to understand the technicalities of trading. Now, if you're interested in this, please don't worry. We're just getting started, and stick with us on to another part. See you later on in just a wee bit.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Rama is a Forex trader who has been in the market for the past 3 years now. He started his journey in 2022.
How did you come up with the decision of joining Forex trading?
Rama wanted to pursue more in the medical field, so he would go online, be applying to abroad universities. As he was applying online, he would see adverts coming up like from expert options. So it clicked into my mind, and then I said,
what is this?
What is this thing?
Benon and Osman are not just mentors at Forex Bulls Academy, but they are also hosts of the Bulls podcast that is available on YouTube. It features in-depth interviews with successful female traders sharing their journeys from, breaking even to, what's that word? Profitability. English can slap you guys. So let's talk a little bit about this podcast. I've seen a bit of that content that you do. What exactly do you address on this podcast?
Okay, now, actually, like I've told you, we are trying to create awareness. So we sat down as a team and now we are creating awareness physically. How can we do it online also? So now doing it online means we are going to be bringing people that will actually talk and they tell us a story of their experience. These are guys who have been in the market for 3 months, 5 months, 1 year, or even 2 years. There are a lot of struggling traders out there. Someone has been in the market for 3 years, they are not making money. Now when we bring someone we've mentored and they're actually making money after 3 months or 6 months, it could find a way of telling you there's something wrong you're doing.
What's the stipulation between, still ask Osman, what's the stipulation between a female trader and a male trader, and why is it that it's predominantly you focus on female traders?
Okay, now, not as such female traders.
Okay.
Yeah, we bring everyone, you get, but the female traders, what I realized, they capture a lot of attention, you get, and many females are not in trading. So once they see that fellow females making money, maybe it could attract them to come.
Benon, when did you first meet Vidola? Tell me about that experience, and then actually tell me the first time you you attempted to learn trading. So contrast the two. If they're even parallel. When did you first meet Bidola? Face to face?
Actually meeting Bidola was after COVID. Yeah. In COVID, as I told you, I made a lot of money. It was the easiest time to trade. But after COVID, things, reality kicked in, real trading. So now, at that point, of course, you're looking for information. You want to learn more, so you look out for other traders in the industry. Yeah, actually, I met Bidola. It was one of his organizations at Tobani Center. Yeah, that's where I met him. And then I'm interested in learning more, After COVID, reality kicked in. The money I made, I started losing it. Yeah. So at that point, you're looking for information. And even new traders know this. Yeah. The moment you start losing, you're going to start looking for this information on YouTube, on the internet. You're looking out for traders in your country. You want to meet up.
By that time, the beginner's luck wasn't working in your favor?
It was done. It was done. It was done.
It doesn't take long.
Yeah, because, everybody thinks it's utopia. Yeah. And then when the reality kicks in, you're like, damn, I really need to get a mentor.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the thing. One would not find the real purpose of mentorship because they would tell you that, I can just get a tutorial video on YouTube and I learn. But no, that's not the same thing.
Exactly.
Please tell me this, Osman. There's so much value that comes with you getting a full-fledged course from you guys.
Definitely.
How so?
So we normally tell traders, not even traders, like information is everywhere. You can learn how to drive a car on YouTube, but hit the road. Things are different. Exactly. It's the same thing in trading. Listening to someone talking about Forex, watching a video is easy, but that is information.
Yes.
Knowledge, remember, knowledge has value.
And they even polish it.
Exactly.
By the way, they choose what to tell you and what not to tell you.
Definitely.
Yeah, like for you guys, I get to edit this show so that I sieve out what I understand what I'm doing.
So there is a lot that you get when you try to interact with an experienced trader.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things they are going to show you that they don't talk about in a video. A video is just 20 or 30 minutes. Tell me, can you learn the highest paying income skill in a 20 minutes video? It is not possible.
So let's emphasize, because right now we are talking to, first of all, a person that has known trade for the first time. Yeah? So this is the thing. If you really want to know more, go at Forex Bulls Academy. So they are not only located online, you don't only get an online course, but you can even meet them physically by going at Bible House. That's on Bombo Road. I don't know what floor. They will tell us at the end of the show. And then get inducted into this money-making, I wouldn't say money-making machine because it also has pitfalls. Tell me, Benon.
Yes.
How have you really emphasized this? Because it's going to hit somebody so hard. And they won't deal with the damages or wreckage of this. How have you managed to deal with the beginner's pitfall, especially when you're beginning? Or some of the people that you mentioned, what have they told you about how they've dealt with beginner's pitfalls?
Now, how you can overcome that, first of all, gaining the knowledge. And then after you gain the knowledge, you as a person, you have to be willing to change. Forex trading will force you to change, and if you don't change, of course, you're going to quit. Because as you say that, as you said, you're not supposed to trade with emotions. But very many people come with emotions. The moment they make their first, $100, that excitement goes off the roof, and that's where overconfidence kicks in. The next day they try to do the same thing again, and then they lose. You understand? So, how can you overcome that beginner's pitfall? Is first of all get the knowledge, and then also be willing to change. You understand? When the market changes, you also change. You adjust. You don't remain, the same. That excitement of I'm going to get rich fast, in one night. No, you cannot hit a bull run in one night. It's a process. You understand? So you have to adjust and accept the process.
Osman, consistent trading and educative trading really goes a long way into making somebody to become a successful trader. Definitely. Emphasize this.
Now this goes to everyone who wants to start trading. You're trading, but then you're not seeing growth and whatever. When it comes to trading, we are dealing with the most liquid market. There is more money in trading than any other market. At the same time, it is the only market where we do not require anything for you to access the money, right?
Yeah.
So it would sound easy to make money, but now you just have to think about it. How is it that I'm accessing the most liquid market and no requirements? That means they are not going to make it easy for you.
Exactly.
90%, these statistics, 90% give up on trading. Why? Because of the mindset. We normally emphasize keep it time, because you're looking at the business that can change your life in a month or 2 months. Trading flips tables. It is not growth, like I'm going to grow to make 100K is going to take me 10 years. No, it could be one day. But now for you to reach that level of being that kind of a trader, there's going to be 5 months of sacrifice behind. You get showing up every day, being consistent with putting in the work, because when you talk about consistency in trading, people always think about money. There's that part of being consistent with putting in the work.
Oh, so you're in this not for a sprint but a marathon.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this is one of the last questions that we're going to talk about. What are some of the missing gaps when it comes to trading, and how can we bridge these gaps? That is you, Benon.
Now the gaps, first of all, I would say that here, for example, here in our country, is belief. Very few people believe that you can actually make money online with your phone. With a few buttons, you can make the money, So because of that disbelief, now those that actually believe, they think it is overnight. When they come in, they're going to be rich immediately. You understand? Which is not the thing. There's a process. And those that don't believe also, there are so many. So that is where actually we are finding, the biggest gap. That for a person who believes, they think it is get rich overnight. And then there's so many that don't believe, they term it to be a scam. And now they always talk about the negative side of it, all that kind of stuff.
And in addition to Benon's, this goes to all, because many people are discouraged by other people.
Exactly. And
don't listen to a failure. You cannot listen from someone who tried and failed and then you just go with their mentality. Listen to someone who has made it, because for you to believe that something works, you need one person. You don't need a lot of people. You get Elon Musk believed he can be the richest man on earth. We all grew up knowing Bill Gates. The guy has hit figures no one has ever hit.
I mean, growing from the shebangs of South Africa. I mean,
think about it. And a South African guy now is leading USA. He even talks with Trump as if he's a home guy.
because he influences the economy of the world. And that is it. Okay, so whoever said money can't buy you happiness, we need to slap that person right now. Have you ever heard of that song? Money can't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you, like you rather cry.
I think money can even buy life. You can buy oxygen.
Definitely not, Osman. Definitely not. But hey, money is an amenity that somebody really needs to. If you have money, life is always
small
for you. So as I wind up, Osman, tell me this. You're preaching this and that. What should be changed in the way how Forex is taught? What should really be changed? Because also, Benon, I'll ask you later on, you'll answer this, as you prepare for me the answer. Daniel has really so much pushed this aspect of Ugandan traders, you need to be regulated. And I don't know what the government is thinking. Are they even, come on. So what needs to be changed in the system of how Forex is taught?
Okay, now, me personally, this is what I believe in. First of all, it goes to the people that teach Forex. Let us show these guys that is a step by step, not a quick thing.
Exactly.
Because there's a saying in Forex, Forex is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but Forex is the fastest way to make money. But it only does that when you understand the business. So first of all, to the mentors, to anyone teaching trading, show these guys that it takes time, and once they are in for some good time, they can change their life super fast. And now to the government, I think we need to regulate it, because the more we regulate it, there's going to be few scams, because trust me, it's an online business and scammers are everywhere.
Oh, yes, answered it. Benon, what's your thought on this?
It's that very many youths out there, they have phones. It's very difficult to find 10 people and 8 don't have phones. Right now, it's so difficult. And internet is like everywhere. People have smartphones, you understand? And it's a business someone can, do on the side with whatever they're doing. Just that for us, we decided to do it full time.
Yeah,
You
because
understand?
I was going to ask both of you, would you rather take it as a side hustle or a full-fledged thing? It's a full-time.
Full time. I can't compare it to anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, so very many youths out there, they're suffering, looking for jobs, but they have a phone. You know, someone has a smartphone and they even have internet and they're looking for a job online. Yet, these applications we are using, they're free of charge. Yes, they're free of charge. Just access it, know what to do, and then you can start making this money. So if the government regulates it, you know, they facilitate, not actually facilitate, but help us maybe cut the internet rates and all that stuff, yeah? They make it easy for the youths to join. Yeah, they make the playing ground easy. Yeah. So it will increase employment and all that stuff.
Even when the government gets, you know, interested in it, people will look at it as something legit.
Even collecting taxes.
Definitely.
You know, it becomes easier because even when we make this money, right now it's out, it's non-tax. Yeah.
The way you make it, the way you withdraw it.
So, but still, the things we are buying, they tax them.
It's the economy. It keeps the economy flowing.
We are still boosting the economy through, you know, the money we are making. So now imagine if so many are doing it.
Because the government is fighting with, you know, how can they come up with proper channels of, you know, try to eradicate unemployment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, this is a magic bullet.
And this is an easy way. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, at Forex Bulls, you will only buy one mentor and get two for free. How can you like that? All right, now, this is the thing. I've enjoyed this because for the first time, I get to talk to people that are under Daniel, you know, not the CEO himself. And that's been an eye-opening experience for me. I've learned so much. And I'm really excited for the world, and I'm excited for the Forex industry where it's heading. Sure. If we can have smart brains like you behind this whole, you know, shebang, that means, man, it's going to work out. All right, see you next week. It's only going to be more beautiful when, you know, we drift onto another show next week. So thank you for always tuning in to the show. My name is Drogo, and see you next week with another guest. Stay lovely and stay blessed.